What's up, everybody? This is your boy Stephen J, and I'm here with Simply Steve, and we're talking about wrestling. So we're less than a week away from Wrestlemania. We're going to do our Raw recap, and we're going to talk Wrestlemania. I just want to give y'all an update. That was my Sunday night to knock this cup over on the floor, all this ice spilled and everything. But I just want to give y'all an update. I sent the email to Vince McMahon.
You did?
Yes, I did.
You were joking about that.
No, I sent the email to Vince McMahon. I told him how disappointed I was in this Wrestlemania. I explained to him the difference between this Wrestlemania and the ones in recent past and how it's just not exciting. Of course, I did not get a reply back, but I thought I just had to put that out there. So Vince, if you're watching, Shane O'Mac, if you're watching, Triple H, you probably ain't gonna watch it because you scared of your wife. But Vince, Linda, if you watching, telling you right now, long-time fan, very long time, that I just ain't feeling this WrestleMania. So the Raw starts off last night with Undertaker coming out and he's talking trash. Then Brock comes out and him and Brock get into the fisticuffs. Brock F5s him. First of all, here's how it just kind of ticked me off why it's not really being sold, right? For the simple fact that Paul Heyman acted like he was going to get into the ring. Undertaker jumping like, oh, let me get him, and then Brock catches him off guard. Brock hits him with the F5. First of all, what is Paul Heyman going to really do, Undertaker? Nada. Nothing. He ain't going to do jack bones. So, I was just kind of, they just ain't selling it for me. So, last night episode, I gave it a 6, because there was a couple good ones in there, so that was my take on that. So, what's up, Simply? Simply Steve, y'all. Simply.
I gave
Simply Steve.
6.5.
Simply Steve, y'all.
6.5, that's what I gave it. Okay. I gave it 6.5.
Why you give it a 6.5?
Because
like, what stuck out of you that you gave it a 6.5? Why you ain't give it a 1? Why you ain't give it a 10? Why you give it a 6?
Well, because
that's better than half good. Last week episode we gave it a 5. Why you giving it a 6?
It's a little better this year.
Tell us simply.
This week. I had that good match with Alberto and Big E. Big E might lose the title soon on that.
Big E Small?
Big E Langston.
Oh, okay. Alright, so, we had that. Then the next match was Big E, since he brought it up, versus Alberto Del Rio, which is actually a pretty good match, but I think Alberto sold it more than Big E. He actually beat Big E. And first of all, that move where he jumped off the top rope and landed on Big E, that was hot. And he got his move on Big E, so expect Alberto to be coming out with the Intercontinental title soon. Either Raw or SmackDown, because of course they're doing the Monday night, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, so of course Del Rio's going to be in that. So, but overall the match is pretty good. What you think?
Definitely, it's pretty good.
Alright, so then you had Triple H and Stephanie, they come out, and I actually like the video Stephanie shows. I don't like Triple H calling out Fandango the way he did. But, he definitely made a point when he was talking about everybody was doing this, da-da-da-da-da-da. Matter of fact, it was all over the news. Everyone's Fandango and this, that, and the other. And now everyone is, yes. So we went from this to this. Again, that was my son again. For some reason, he mad. I don't know what's his problem. But, I like the video.
Well, what Triple H was saying, he wasn't lying for that. I'm going to say that right now. He was not lying. These people cannot make up their mind. They go from one thing to another. And as much as I hate to say it, eventually they're going to do the same thing to Daniel Bryan sooner or later.
Actually, I got to say, Daniel Bryan's yes thing has been going a little bit strong for about a year, because you remember when he beat the Big Show in was it last year's WrestleMania or the year before that? The year before that, and when he won the title, he ran around the ring. So then that kind of started people to yes, but then the whole little dumb skit that he had with Kane, I'm the world heavyweight champion, let's hug. That was just stupid, but now it's back to the yes thing. So it kind of started, then it died, but now it's back again. But yeah, I like the video that Stephanie.
Another example of that would be when they gave the promo video that Batista was coming back, everyone got excited. They were like, "Oh man, Batista's coming back! Yeah, I can't wait." Day he came back, people were cheering for him. They were saying, "Batista, yeah." Royal Rumble comes around, and at first couple minutes they were cheering him. And they realized that Dan Bryan was in the Royal Rumble, and then the way that CM Punk got taken out of the Royal Rumble like that, they just started booing him from that.
Because nobody likes Batista.
No, they didn't turn on him like that.
Okay, but Batista brings nothing to the table. Yeah, he's big, but I mean, like I said, if you're riding a wave in wrestling, man, you better not get hurt. Because if you get hurt, man, it's over. Nobody comes back from an injury stronger. Other than The Rock, who was away for all these years, and he came back and he still had all that pop. Hulk Hogan still had all that pop. Ric Flair, all that pop. But look at Bad News Barrett. Wade Barrett. He was the leader of the Nexus. Man. Then he went into singles competition. He was the Intercontinental Champion, right? Mm-hmm. And he still had, people liked him, whether they was cheering him or they was booing. He got hurt. He came back with the beard. And he was better than ever. And I thought he was more physical. He was on a streak, basically what he was. Then he got hurt again, and now they're doing this Bad News Barrett. And it's just not there no more. Again, need I bring up The Miz? Look at him. Look at what he's been reduced to. And I forgot to mention Zack Ryder. I love Zack Ryder. Woo, woo, woo. I love Zack Ryder, but look where he's at now. I don't think they use him right.
I try to think about what WWE was like back in 2009, 2010, 11, 12. Those were some good years in WWE, and it's just not the same anymore. I mean...
Well, they said it's the Attitude Era versus the Reality Era. The Reality Era that is just really not that good. That's the reality of it. Not as good as the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era, he was like, okay, 7:59. Woo! WWE, WCW. Bam, what's going to happen next? And you just knew Stone Cold was going to do something. You knew The Rock was going to do something. You knew DX was going to do something. Somebody was going to do something to have you talking the next day. Oh, man, I can't believe that. Where you heard JR, oh my goodness, look at it! But you don't get that anymore. So then we had an 8-man tag, the Usos with the Los Matadors versus the Real Americans and Ryback and Curtis Axel. Again, who cares? It was alright. That's about it. It was alright.
I believe that's the match at WrestleMania for the tag team championship now. Fatal 4-way?
Yeah, so they are, they're good. They are going to have a Fatal 4-way, which is what we said last week that they should have. So kind of looking forward to that with the guys that they originally had, because that was a pretty good match. Then you had the Rhodes over Fandango and Damien Sandow. Poor Damien. Poor Fandango. He needs to go back to my name. He needs to go back to that to get the crowd back with him and all that stuff. So again, they don't know what to do with Cody. They don't know what to do with Rhodes. I don't want to see them feud again, because I'm trying to think. I don't think they really actually had a good feud, but
they had like 2 matches and Cody Rhodes won both.
I think they need to. They're not selling it good enough for me right now. Somebody needs to be fired. So then you have Bray Wyatt over the Truth. Yo, the Truth got dominated. The Truth got beat. That's the Truth. The Truth got beat down big time in that match. And then you had Cena come down with the mask on and whatever. And it was alright, but I mean, it's the whole Cena and Kane embrace the hate again. And I'm gonna. Since when are we talking about legacy? Get out of here.
It's been like that for a couple weeks now.
Okay, but no, that's what I'm talking about. What? That's just stupid. You want to talk about your legacy? What legacy? You ain't retired yet. I mean, yeah, Cena has a good career or whatever. But come on, man. When we talk about legacy, Undertaker, Ric Flair, Hulk Hogan, Rock, not even Stone Cold yet, but those guys, Ric Flair, that's a legacy. Dusty Rhodes, legacy. I mean, no. Again, the match was okay. The Truth got dominated, and the whole John Cena thing, and then they had the interview with Cena. He was like, I'm gonna kick your butt and all that, whatever. again,
Yeah.
and just so, like I said in my other episode, remember when Zack Ryder was riding the wave? Who came down like he had to be a part of it? Woo woo woo! Let's give it up for Zack Ryder. Nobody don't need you to come down and do that, Cena. Shut up. Cena sucks. So then we
like this guy.
So then we had Kane versus Roman Reigns, which was a pretty decent match, but it was no contest because the Shield came down and with Road Dogg and Billy Gunn, and they got involved, and then they almost put Kane with this threeplex, put him through, down in the match, but it didn't happen. But again, it was alright. It's alright. And again, the Shield, everyone loves the Shield now. That's what it is.
What was you leading up to that? You didn't leading yet.
I just still don't like it. I like the Shield. Again, there are certain people that there's certain people that you can change, that can go from a face to a heel, and then there's some that's just should always stay a heel. The Miz should always stay a heel. It's just that's what he is. The Undertaker has always been in his character. He should always stay that way. John Cena, I would love to see him go back heel. Triple H has played both sides. Shawn Michaels both sides. But there's some guys that should just stay where they are. So then you had Roddy Piper. Roddy is old, but he dying his hair. So he's talking about the Andre the Giant Battle Royal that's coming up. And then you had all these guys come down into the ring, and they started fighting. And, eventually the Big Show threw everybody out. But what's interesting and got a lot of pop from the fans was when Rey Mysterio took on Sin Cara. He gave him the 619. He did a couple moves, and they were going back and forth. The fans were loving it. They was in it. This is what I said last week. That's what the people want to see, and we saw it this week. Rey and Sin Cara and the thing going at it. So that was my highlight of that whole thing. I mean, again, I don't know. The difference between a Battle Royal and the Royal Rumble is, in the Royal Rumble, everyone comes out every 2 minutes or every minute or whatever it is. With the Battle Royal, all 30 guys are in the ring at the same time, and they just fighting. So it kind of adds a little bit of excitement because everyone's out there. But
everybody gonna keep up on the Big Show. He gonna be the first one. They gonna try.
Yeah, I would do that. So then you had the main event with Randy Orton and Batista. And again, the match was okay. It was alright. It wasn't really nothing to go home with. Triple H and Stephanie trying to sell it. Stephanie was really overselling it. Wow! Did you see that? Oh my God! Shut up, Stephanie. So, but then, Daniel Bryan runs down, he jumps Triple H, and he's in, then he jumps in the ring, he hits Batista, hits Randy Orton, and finally, before he got his butt whipped or whatever, then he gets back, and he's clearing house, and he's standing in the ring, and everyone's doing that thing like that. So that was a little flare-up. Again, I am looking forward to Daniel Bryan versus Triple H match, because I think it's kind of like, and we all, like I said, on the show, we're gonna talk history. We're gonna talk about this match between Triple H and Daniel Bryan. Reminds me of when Bret Hart faced Shawn Michaels the first time. The similarities that they were talking about in that match was that Shawn Michaels was a high flyer. He's agile, he's quick, but Bret Hart was technical, and he keeps everything to the match. And Shawn Michaels couldn't match his mat techniques and this, that, and the other. So Daniel Bryan kind of reminds me a little bit of Shawn Michaels on that aspect, and Triple H Bret Hart, because Triple H is bigger, stronger, and he'll try to keep a slow pace or whatever, and keep Daniel Bryan down. But Daniel Bryan's going to try to speed up the match and stuff like that. So if there is one match that I'm looking forward to seeing, it's Triple H versus Daniel Bryan. I think that's going to be a really good match. And again, my prediction is that, again, I think what will sell WrestleMania is the Evolution reunion. And think about that it's not strange that nobody has mentioned Evolution. Triple H, Randy Orton, Batista, all in the ring together last night. Nobody mentioned for Evolution. Triple H said, but Dave Batista, whatever, but I can beat him. He said, Randy Orton, if you become the Viper. I thought that Randy Orton should have said, I'm not the Viper anymore, Triple H. When I'm in the ring with you, I'll be the Legend Killer. And you know what the Legend Killer does. That would have been hot, and then I would have RKO'd Triple H if I was Randy Orton right then and there.
Well, I was thinking about this match, and I'm still kind of... At first, I did say I want Triple H to win, but now I'm kind of like, do I really want him to win? Or, do I really want him to become champion? Don't get me wrong, it'd be interesting to see him in a championship match. I would love to see that again, because it's been a while, but I'm like, I think this whole Daniel Bryan versus Triple H, I think Bryan might win. I'm just getting that feeling. I don't know, but I'm really okay with whoever wins. If Triple H wins, then I'm okay with it. If Daniel Bryan wins, I'm okay with it. But I'm like, I don't really have I'm not really gonna slide anymore. I can't say.
Well, again, I'd rather see Triple H, because then you can sell Daniel Bryan or whatever, Triple H. They're trying to destroy the Yes Movement. What better way than beating Daniel Bryan? But let's say, this just popped in my head, Triple H beats Daniel Bryan. Let's say he cheats, which I think he may cheat. Stephanie's going to do something or whatever, and I think he's going to beat Daniel Bryan because of outside interference. Okay? So then you're going to have the Evolution reunion. I believe, watch what happens, mark my word, that Daniel Bryan's going to interfere in that match. And I don't know who's going to win it, but somehow he's going to be involved in that match. As far as WrestleMania, we talked about Andre the Giant. I think as far as who I think is going to win, I'm going to go with Alberto Del Rio. Alberto, maybe Christian. Alberto or Christian. That's who I'm thinking is going to win that. What you think?
I can't really predict. I was really thinking about it. I was like, okay, Big Show.
Oh, simply?
It was like
Double X?
It was like Big Show's the favorite in the match because they're always comparing him and Andre, but there's no. He may come close, but he's not gonna win. And then I was thinking about Mark Henry and Sheamus and Big E and all that and Dolph Ziggler.
Whatever happened to that other guy? I haven't seen him on Raw. The gladiator from Russia or whatever. Has he come out? Has he fought yet?
From Russia?
Yeah.
He's still doing promos.
Okay.
I think he may be in the Battle Royal. I don't know.
Man, whatever. I'm tired. Again. So whatever match is, we got the Fatal 4-Way for the Tag Team Champions. I think that will be a good match. Currently, I think the Usos will lose. And I think they're going to... Who's in the Fatal 4-Way for the Tag Team match?
It's the Usos, it's the Los Matadores, it's the Real Americans, and Rob Axel.
Okay. Watch the Los... Here first. I'm talking about wrestling. The Los Matadors are going to go heel that day. And they're going to turn on the Usos. Mark it here. You heard it first. What else match? Dean Ambrose is not defending his title again.
He's been champion for like 300 some days now.
Who else? It hasn't defended one time. Let's see. What other match?
We talked about Taker and Brock already. We talked about Triple H.
You see me on him? We're talking about WrestleMania.
Yeah. Oh, Cena and Bray Wyatt, talked about that already.
Nobody cares about Cena and Bray Wyatt.
What? There's that little Guerrero thing.
Nobody cares about the Divas. I think that's about it. Again, I'm thinking we may come live on WrestleMania or right after WrestleMania talk about, you know, what happened and stuff like that, and what were our favorite matches and what grade we give it, and this, that, and the other. But you know, other than that, we are done. How many seconds we got left, Elijah? 54 seconds. Alright. Who would you consider the greatest tag team of all time? Greatest tag team champions of all time? I have my greatest right here in my head right now. Greatest tag team of all time.
Greatest tag team of all time? Yeah, I'm gonna go with DX.
And now, I'm gonna go on the top of your DX with the Dudley Boys. Devon and Bubba Ray. Greatest tag team ever. They had 3D Dudley Death Drop. They came out of ECW, went to WWE, and they took it by storm. Nobody was, basically, they revolutionized the TLC match, tables match, whatever. Those guys revolutionized. They are in TNA right now, and actually Bubba is doing singles.